have to make concessions. I guess we would too. We're at 157% tariff for them. I don't think that's sustainable for them, and they want to get that down, and we want certain things from them. I think it'll be very good.
Happy Monday, guys, and welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. So Donald Trump is basically signaling that a trade deal is imminent. China wants certain things from America. Well, they want to sell their products freely. They don't really need anything. And America needs things from China. So the potential for a deal has just been magnified. Now, this is something many analysts are discussing behind closed doors. A potential EV-related deal between the US and China could, in theory, benefit both sides. Without crippling US automakers, if carefully structured, Trump 6 talking points. Here's how such a deal could look. Strategic framework, reciprocal access, control technology. The US could allow limited tariff managed EV imports from China in exchange for US EV or battery companies gaining access to China's charging data or battery swap networks. Example, allow 100,000 or more Chinese EVs per year under a quota system. In return, US brands like Ford or GM could establish joint battery recycling or software ventures in China. This keeps balance. No flood of cheap Chinese EVs, but mutual market participation. Number 2, local, assembly mandate. The Build in America clause. Chinese brands like NIO, BYD, or XPeng could be allowed to sell in the US only if they assemble the vehicles in North America, not necessarily build them here. Similar to Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai decades ago. Local plans, US jobs, tax revenue, and supply chain participation. Example, NIO build a battery swap station factory in Nevada or Texas. BYD assembles EV buses in Michigan. This transformed Chinese EVs from imports to US-built vehicle with Chinese technology. It would be a win-win. Superior technology, American labor. Battery swap and charging collaboration. Rather than direct EV competition, the US could license Chinese fast charging or battery swap technology. China leads in swap infrastructure, NIO's 5th generation station. A partnership with US utilities, and I've always said that, or automakers to deploy this tech domestically could benefit both, just like what they're doing in China. China gets licensing revenue, US gets advanced infrastructure without surrendering automaker dominance. Mutual supply chain assurance pact, both sides could agree on. Reciprocal access to critical minerals, nickel, lithium, graphite, etc., etc. Transparent sourcing and data sharing under environmental standards. The US expands battery cell capacity, China stabilizes export flow. Win-win for everyone. This would address the real pain point, minerals and batteries, not just EV brand rivalry. Tariff index competition window. A phased system. Year 1 to 3, 50 to 75% import tariff on Chinese EVs to protect US automakers. Year 4 to 6, gradual tariff reduction if Chinese brands meet local job and content thresholds. Permanent cap on imported units per brand to avoid market flooding. Because if they flood the market completely, the American automakers with their inferior technology will go bankrupt. Everyone knows that. This allows innovation and consumer benefit without collapsing Detroit's EV transition plans. Joint research and development on safety, AI, and autonomous standards. A bilateral EV safety and AI driving standards board so both nations influence the global regulatory landscape. That way, the US helps set the rules of the game, not just react to them. Public messaging. Frame it not as letting in Chinese cars, but as creating an EV supply chain peace treaty. More consumer choice, lower battery costs, US jobs from joint ventures, environmental and safety oversight. The outcome will be US automakers GM, Ford, Tesla, Rivian, Lucid, Stellantis, Chevrolet, Cadillac, Lincoln protected through local content requirements and tariffs while gaining access to advanced Chinese battery technology. Chinese automakers BYD, NIO, Xiaopeng, Li Auto, Zeekr, Geely, Chang'an, GAC, Ion, SAIC, Hongqi, Leapmotor, and the list goes on, granted limited US market access under strict manufacturing and job creation rules. Consumers benefit from more affordable and diverse EV options. The environment gains from faster EV adoption and improved battery recycling collaboration. Geopolitics eases dependency tensions and reduces trade friction between the US and China. So tell me what you guys think about this. I think it's a very, very good idea what they're discussing right now. And with Donald J. Trump saying that they're willing to make concessions and China is also willing to make concessions, we should see a trade deal soon, guys. This is why I've always said on this channel, minus speed bumps, and policies change from time to time. Always use history as your teacher. This is how I knew that it's just a matter of time for us to come in here. I hope you guys found this video yet again to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. So guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up right here, right there. Takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.